Hello, guys. How are ya? We got NorCal Coaster Media. What's up? Theme Park Lifestyle. How are ya? On this late night live stream. I know I said to do a live stream every Wednesday. Sorry for my computer camera. It's pretty bad. Oh boy. But and it's Thursday, but oh, so busy, so busy. And I was actually gonna make this a video, but I'm like, let's make this a live stream because um because this is a pretty interesting thing here and we saw from the earnings call. So let's see. I'm gonna share my screen and gosh. And do go on blog Mickey here. So they got the quote from the live stream and it said something pretty interesting about the theme park spending and the future spending about there we go for 2022 and above. So let's see. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and share the screen. Okay, so this is from Blog Mickey. This is from the investor call, which is on Tuesday. This is from Disney CFO, Chief Financial Officer Christine McCarthy, who also made the statement about the waistlines, but we won't get into that now. But here it is. She made some comments about how Disney is going to spend their money in the theme parks next year. And here is a direct quote from her. Um, and as she's discussing, of course, the capital expenses at the theme parks for 2022. Disney's fiscal year begins in October, so we're already in fiscal year 2022 for Disney. It goes from October to October. So this is how we're going to spend. Disney's going to spend the money this fiscal year. Let's see. Certain costs will be elevated in fiscal year 2022 versus pre-pandemic levels, including, for example, inflationary pressure on wages, costs related to new projects, right? It is costs related to new projects and initiatives such as Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, Avengers Campus, and the Epcot expansion. Now, before you say hello, Kwame Alexander, how are you? Before you say wait, Galaxy's Edge and Avengers Campus, well, especially Avengers Campus is just open, so that's probably what they meant. No, this is for the next year. Instead, I'm going to spend their money for the next year. Avengers Campus will be fiscal year 2021 if they were to talk about capital expenditures on the original Avengers Campus. In fiscal year 2022, October through October, when the Avengers Campus is already open, they're going to spend their money on new projects and initiatives on Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, Avengers Campus, and the Epcot expansion. Now, some people may say, maybe a new project or initiative could be like a new show. Yeah, like I said, how they are like Hawkeye's coming with the new Disney Plus shows and probably with Marvel eventually. And maybe that's what they're talking about for Avengers Campus, but I don't know. I don't think those cost a lot, especially enough to bring the levels up to higher than pre-pandemic levels. That means they're spending more money this year than they did before the pandemic fiscal years. Which of course spending was lower in fiscal year 2021 because of the pandemic. But now they can spend more money on capital projects It's funny though how they didn't mention Tron in here. Tron's not even well. They didn't mention Guardians of the Galaxy either. So I guess they are. They did say new projects, so that makes sense. But it's just funny how Tron has been under construction for 4 years and still doesn't have an opening date or even opening year, does it? Well, I don't know if you. I mean, obviously, it's gonna open in 2022, hopefully. But I don't know. Has Disney given Tron an opening year yet? I don't even know. They've given Guardians of the Galaxy an opening year. But new projects. What can these new projects be? Right? Uh, Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Remember last year they said that they're fast tracking, or at least in 2019 and 2020, they said they're fast tracking the expansion to Galaxy's Edge, which is going to be that restaurant, that dinner show that was cut. Um, that is going. They said they're going to be building that backstage area that was used as extended queue for a Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run, which would be really good. So take some of the pressure off Oga's Cantina as being like the land's only like restaurant or like bar type restaurant. This would be like a fancier sit down entertainment restaurant, dinner and a show type of thing, like the Golden Horseshoe, uh, with some Blue Bayou vibes with that theming, which is really cool. So I'm glad this kind of confirms it doesn't obviously it's not doesn't confirm that specific project, but it will uh, put more oomph, put more confirmation towards that project in Galaxy's Edge, that they can, if they're this year, they may start construction on that this year. If if it is to believe there'll be the crosslay to a new project in Galaxy's Edge, they could break ground on that this year, between October and October of 2022. So that would be interesting to watch as well. But the biggest one here, I believe definitely for the Disneyland Resort, is Avengers Campus. And then this earnings call, when they're talking about spending, they're only talking about the domestic parks in this segment. So Avengers, they were talking about Avengers Campus like in Paris, which could which they would still be spending money on that one because it's still under construction and won't open until like next year. But this one, I really believe, I think it's for the California Avengers campus, in which case the only possible new big thing would be the e-ticket, right? Um, the only possible thing is that e-ticket, which is really good because it's. I mean, obviously it's not confirmed, but this and this are good indicators because I remember the wall concept art on the wall of the new art art of Marvel um hotel was taken out when it opened, causing a little bit of concern for people. It's possible the concept art could have changed. Maybe it's a different ride concept. Maybe um it's a pared down version of that, or maybe it's the same ride system, but just maybe they had to rework it due to again Chadwick Boseman's tragic passing. Maybe they want to shift it away from Wakanda now. So maybe that concept art is just outdated. It's gonna be the same thing, jetpack type thing, but in a different setting. Because maybe don't want to go to Wakanda because don't want to touch with Chadwick Boseman. Unfortunately, you don't want to do that. So maybe they change different setting, which kind of make the concept art invalid. So that could be a thing. Or maybe it could be a totally different ride system. Who knows? But all I know is I'm very happy I see this and this. Um, maybe we can see some construction start, or maybe not even construction start. Again, because just because they're spending money on it, they could still be designing it, especially if it's a new ride system. They still could be designing it. So they could be spending money on concept art, right? Finding a new ride system or finding a different ride system, new story. And all we get is concept art this year or next year, sorry. With shovels in the ground in 2023 or something. Who knows? But I'm just glad Disney's working on it. And of course, the Epcot expansion, which out of all these would be the most obvious. This one's the most obvious because Epcot's a big construction site, and there's plenty of stuff to finish for Epcot. But yeah, so let's go through the rest of the article. Again, Epcot expansion, obvious. Disney only opened Space 220 and the Creation Shop. So plenty of stuff left to do. Guardians of the Galaxy, uh, Moana, and putting that festival center area, stuff like that. But yeah, Avengers Campus, it is noteworthy um, that McCarthy is talking about that e-ticket attraction, um, which is great. I really hope that we get some kind of confirmation, an official confirmation from Disney. When is Destination D? Isn't that Destination D is coming soon? This probably was going to focus on Walt Disney World. Um, but Destination D, I think, is coming this month. Let's see. And we might get an announcement or two of something, or even if it's just for Disney World. Um, we might get something from Destination D out in Florida. I think it's coming soon. I don't know why. Oh, it is. Event will take place November 19th to 21st. In about a week from now, that's going to happen. And there'll be some announcements, probably. Um, Probably for Disney World, but that'd be awesome if we get some kind of Avengers Campus announcement there. Say something to this, or even maybe the next earnings call in 3 months, right? After holidays are done, something like after the extreme success of Avengers Campus and the extreme success of the long wait times for web slingers. Uh, we're proud to announce the Avengers e-ticket. Maybe we'll give it a name this time and starting construction this year or something, opening in 2025. I don't know. Something. Some confirmation from Disney would be fantastic because everyone's a little concerned there. But I don't know. This makes it seem like they're throwing money at it, and it seems like it's on, which is good. California Metro really needs that e-ticket, in my opinion. California Metro needs as many rides as possible. Avengers Campus helped with another family ride, but another thrill ride and just another people eater would really, really help, especially in an unused area of the park like that behind Guardians of the Galaxy. So I'm very excited to hear. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Hopefully, hear more details on that Avengers e-ticket uh, later on next year. And if we're lucky, maybe something at Destination 23. Um, Columbia Alexander says, when do I think they'll start building the Avengers e-ticket? I have no idea, but I hope by next summer we can see some shovels in the ground, at least some construction fencing, something, some site prep um, for the summer. Maybe during the refurb season, maybe during January. See some when it's slower season, see some shovels in the ground, something, right? Something, because Adventure Campus is so small, so an expansion would greatly benefit the area, and adding a main e-ticket attraction would greatly benefit the area to alleviate some pressure off of web slingers. Let's go check web slingers right now. It's been having a 90-minute wait. Okay. Let's see. Um, I'm trying to find the wait times here because I did see it's like a 90-minute wait before. And oh my god, my phone's being stupid. Um, but okay, let's see. Here we go. All right, so right now it's a 55-minute wait. In California, it is a holiday. It's Veterans Day, but so all the kids are off today. But 55-minute wait, I still feel like that's high. High for web slingers because with the virtual queue, I didn't wait more than 25 minutes. Um, Although it's like Midway Mania, but it has the same wait time right now as Radiator Springs Racers. I don't know if you guys can see that, but wow, Radiator Springs Racers have a much higher wait time. Although I'm not sure the capacity on limits on both of those. But yeah, anyway, the Avengers e-ticket in Torso Midway Mania has a 40-minute wait, but the e-ticket, which will go in this area here, would be would be whatchamacallit, a relief pressure. So Spider-Man, isn't just the main new attraction. So uh, I hope that comes sooner rather than later. Avengers E-Ticket will probably take 3 years to complete. NorCal Coastal Media says, I have to agree because I have to build a show showboating. Um, in the ride system, it's a brand new ride system, so they're doing research and development, and there's going to be a test and adjust period. And even with clones, again, going back to Tron, and you see how long that's taken. I mean, sure, it's 4 years, but um, take away the pandemic, 3 years, but it might be 5 years if it opens in 2022. 5-ish years, 4.5, 5 years. So again, if you take away the pandemic, it's about 3 to 4 years for Tron to open. That's a clone. So that's just Disney just going slow. Meanwhile, Universal, again, I love all theme parks. Disney is my favorite, but you gotta give credit where credit's due. And Universal has continued construction on the Velocicoaster during the pandemic. They continued construction on Super Nintendo World. They took a break for like a few months, but they didn't take the break until well into the pandemic. They realized, oh my goodness, we're not getting our theme park guidelines, and this thing is not ending soon. They took a break on Super Nintendo World, but they came back like 6 months later. Disney sealed up Tron for like a year. It seems like. Um, Universal, and they continue to open a brand new theme park basically in the pandemic, and opened a Super Nintendo World in Japan. So Universal may have paused construction here on Super Nintendo World for a bit, and Epic Universe, of course. Um, but Universal has continued, for the most part, to really pour money in construct things so they can at least be ready by the time uh, this stuff's open. Like Super Nintendo was open in Japan, pandemic. It was opening in Japan as the pandemic was kind of rolling, and Disney just stopped because Disney's just stopping. Um, this is gonna take a long time. That's just, I guess, that's how they're doing things. So if that's how they're doing things, again, probably see shovels in the ground. Hopefully by the next summer, and yeah, 2025. Um, even though it really couldn't probably be complete in 2024, it'll probably be 2025. Um, because is that an anniversary of California Adventure? I don't know, but uh, no, 2021. This year was anniversary, 20th anniversary of California Adventures. That means the 25th anniversary will be in 2026. So if Disney really wants to separate something, they can do the Avengers e-ticket in 2026 to say, "Ooh, that's California's 25th anniversary present." I hope not, because that means I have to wait an extra year. But you never know; they might do it. Jacob Lynch is visiting Universal for the first time in July 2022. That's awesome. Um, Unfortunately, I don't think Super Nintendo will be ready for you by then. They're probably gonna time it with the opening, or with the movie opening. When movies come out in the holiday season of 2022. I hope it's Super Nintendo is ready for you in July, but these studios love synergy, so I feel like they might want to make it for the holiday season in 2022. But I hope you enjoy Universal, and I assume you're talking about Hollywood because I know you live in California, Jacob. So I assume you're talking about Hollywood. You can enjoy Secret Life of Pets and Jurassic World, and of course the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. Um, so I'm so excited, and let me know when you're there. I'll most likely be there every week again in July for Super Nintendo construction updates. So I'd love to come out and hang out and spend time with you on your first time to Universal. NorCal Coaster Media says they may want to spend one more year paying with DCA for its anniversary. I just hope they give DCA some kind of anniversary because I know it was closed. I know it was closed on the 20th anniversary. But when it opened, they still could have done something. Happy birthday, California Metro, something. They gave the Haunted Mansion, and no knock on the Haunted Mansion or the Matterhorn or any of those classic attractions. Um, but they gave them a single ride, a bigger anniversary than its whole second theme park. That's cold, Disney. That's cold. And you want to spur the crowds and want people to go to California Adventure. Well, you gotta celebrate it. You gotta you put the money into it, thank goodness, but now you gotta celebrate it. You gotta make people want to go to California Adventure. Have a nice 20th birthday party for them. It could have been a delayed 20th anniversary. I mean, Disney celebrates their anniversaries over 18 months. Um, they should be doing one right now for California Adventure for its 20th anniversary, but nothing. Just again, there's more of an anniversary for Haunted Mansion in the Matterhorn, rightfully so, because it's 50 and 60 years old, but more of an anniversary for those attractions than for California Adventure. I get people may hate California, some people may just despise that park, but at least for the company, you have to celebrate your own theme park, especially if you spent $1.1 billion to revitalize it. Crazy. But maybe I'm the only one who'd want a 20th anniversary for California Adventure. I'd totally buy the merch. I mean, I bought the merch, by the way, but they just had that's all they had though merch. Did they have any special food? I don't know. I just feel like it should have been more of a pizzazz. Hopefully for the 25th anniversary, it's more of a pizzazz, like, whoo, like a party, an actual party. No matter what's happening in the world. But yeah, sorry, that was my rant on California Adventure deserving better birthday parties. Jacob Lynch says, "Yeah, we're gonna go to Universal Hollywood and do a 7 night cruise on the Carnival Panorama. Nice, nice. Sounds very fun." Okay. All right, and then moving on to the last segment of this article, Galaxy's Edge. Um, I definitely think the expansions for the dinner cruise, sorry, the dinner show, but yeah, the dinner show, but and probably is, but they also mentioned that yes, there's obviously some canceled concepts like the Bantha ride and the speeder bike coaster. Here's the Calicori Club. This is what probably will be built with that because that was confirmed, right? Disney said they wanted to fast track this. Um, and the space is still vacant, so this is probably what they'll be spending money on in 2022. But if they want to spend even more money, I hope they probably won't get the Bantha attraction because I think the capacity was so bad. Um, but there's the Bounty Hunter ride. That would be cool. The speeder bike race that was supposed to be kind of like a roller, I think a speeder bike coaster. I That would be nice. Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. I think it needs a coaster to um, balance out its kind of attraction line up there. I always remember, of course, Rise of the Resistance wasn't open yet, but in 2019 when Galaxy's Edge first opened, Hyperspace Mountain was still going on. Hyperspace Mountain had a 2 hour wait, while Millennium Falcon, even without the reservations, had the timed entries into land when they took that away. That the Millennium Falcon still had like a 30 or 40 minute wait, while Hyperspace Mountain, the an overlay had a 2 hour wait. So I think hopefully that showed Disney people would want something also more thrilling to coincide with flying the Millennium Falcon and the awesome Rise of the Resistance attraction. And yes, hopefully some of that money they're throwing to Galaxy's Edge is towards shows. We were promised roaming droids and never got the roaming droids. Apparently that was the first thing that Bob Chapek, that's right, I'm calling him Bob Chapek, cut. Hopefully we get some of those back. I mean, they're testing out in Tomorrowland for years. And what a waste, that roaming droid. Sucks. Um, but hope we get that. Hope we get like stunt shows. Avengers Campus has some cool stunt shows, and rapidly evolving characters, and hopefully they completely you know take away the timeline and can be like Avengers Campus, where as soon as a new show debuts, boom, the character can appear. It's like Ahsoka is having a new show, have her come into Galaxy's Edge. Grogu, I want to take a picture of Grogu. Uh, Hawkeye's coming to Zombie Cap is at Adventure Campus. Hawkeye's coming there on probably November 24th. Uh, all the low-key variants were there. So same thing has happened with Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Maybe add some music too. Adventure Campus is awesome with that music. Star Wars Roller Coaster sounds awesome. It sure does sound awesome. Like absolutely fantastic and thrilling. And so yeah, that was just the article. I definitely want to do some sharing there because very interesting rumors there. Very interesting rumors. Well, I guess it's not really a rumor. It's speculation based on what the Disney CFO said herself. Um, and it's this year, so that means they're throwing money into it. We should see in the next, let's see, it's October to October, so November, so the next 11 months, we should see some movement on some of these things. And again, that refurb season. Funny though, she's talking about capital expenditures on, uh, well, she name dropped Galaxy's Edge and Avengers Campus and Epcot, but nothing about Splash Mountain. Hmm. You would think that would be one of the first things she mentions, right? Splash Mountain as a capital expenditure, or no, Tiana. That actually would have been a uh, cool time to announce the name for the new ride, Tiana's new ride, but nothing, not a peep. I'm still under the interesting speculation impression that in January 9th is when holidays end, so January 10th, I feel like that's when Splash Mountain will close for the refurb season. But I mean, I'm not so sure anymore. I feel like they would announce by now because think about it. Tower of Terror closed for Guardians of the Galaxy January 7th, 2017. But they announced it back in the summer of 2016 at like the Marvel Comic Con, right? Because I remember they started construction by Halloween time. They're already under construction, and Tower of Terror is under a whole bunch of scaffolding because it was still they're doing the final checkout. It was Halloween. And I remember my shot was making the joke that Tower of Terror is dressed as a ghost because it was in Holland tarps. But Splash Mountain has not gotten a closing date yet. I feel like it was closing in January, and also they wanted to have a few months to sell the final checkout merch, and everyone goes to buy merch. And I know Disney's definitely not going to pass up on an opportunity for merchandise, so I don't think Splash Mountain will be, at least in Disneyland, will be closing, or even Disney World will be closing after the holidays because they would have announced a closing date and allow people to buy merch, unless they don't want people to buy merch because they'll say the merch is racist or something because it has to do with the ride. Uh, Something I don't agree with, but maybe that's why. But I don't know. Disney may be all inclusive, but they still won't pass up a chance for people to spend money at their parks. And I even feel like I read something that said, you know, they want the merchandise, and this I don't know. I don't know. I feel like Disney wouldn't pass up an opportunity. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think that Disney will just close Splash Mountain suddenly with like no notice at all and just close it and change it to Tiana? Or do you think they'll do like what they did with Tower of Terror and give people a few months notice so people can go and ride the ride and buy merch, a whole bunch of merch? Or do you think Disney won't sell the merch because because it's tied to the ride and the ride's racist or whatever? I don't think that Disney's gonna pass up a pretty penny, so I'm gonna go with the first option. But I'm curious as to what you guys think about that. I'll wait a couple minute or two for your answer here because I'm very curious, very curious how that's gonna how it works. Man, yeah, I'm gonna make a YouTube and a Twitter poll about this because I'm very curious. I didn't really think thought about this. I thought they should sell the merch, but maybe they just close it suddenly. Maybe on January 10th at Disney. Well, I think Disney World is going to close first. So maybe on January, whenever the holidays end at Disney World, I wonder if they'll just close the sun. I mean, think about it. They already had scaffolding on the attraction, the Magic Kingdom version, earlier this year. It was for like I think a routine refurbishment, like some painting, but maybe they're gonna give the mountain a slightly different paint job, like a darker brown or lighter brown paint job, and it's like a testing paint job for when they want to do the final attraction. I don't know. That's a very interesting thing. Just watch out. because we don't know. Next time you're at Disneyland, if you love Splash Mountain, definitely get on it. I don't care if it's 50 degrees outside, which is cold for us here in California. I don't care if it's 50 degrees. I'm still gonna pop on Splash Mountain as many times. I have 4 reservations for November 20th, December 10th, 11th, and 12th, and I think one more time in December. Um, and I'm gonna ride Splash Mountain all those times, multiple times, just in case I don't get to go back on in January, and just in case they don't announce an opening date or closing date. I feel like they would. Though. I feel like they would. Splash Mountain's too much of an icon, even if it's racist to some people or based off racist movie. Uh, I feel like I feel like they can't just close. I feel like people would be very upset if they just close it. Um, um, I feel like they can't just close it because that would cause a riot. But I mean, they're doing other things that would cause a riot. I mean, the trams, where are they at? I know they're coming next year, but they only have a date early next year. Could be all the way to March. The first early next year is usually like quarter 1, which is 3 months. So January, February, March. I don't know. Jacob says they wish they had only put Princess and the Frog in Anaheim and do something else for Orlando. That would make sense. That'd be kind of cool. Princess Frog would be exclusive to Anaheim, and it fits because New Orleans Square is right there. The Critter Country, they wouldn't have to really. I still don't think they have to retheme Critter Country because if you go to New Orleans or you go to Louisiana, that's how they work. Critter Country is basically based off the backcountry of Louisiana. You have New Orleans, which is the downtown, that's New Orleans Square. Then you go to Critter Country, which is the suburbs, basically the suburban country of Louisiana, and you see what's in Critter Country basically. It's just lands and land and land, flat land and flat land, flat land. Um, these big houses with acres and acres and acres of land, and a whole bunch of critters, alligators, rabbits. So it's critter country. It makes perfect sense. So I don't. People saying, "Oh gosh, yeah, what are they going to retheme critter country to?" I don't think they have to retheme it to anything because it the theme is already there. It's built. It's built into. Uh, and they built Smash Mountain. They built it into um, um the theme because New Orleans Pirates of the Caribbean is downtown New Orleans. The Haunted Mansion is when you go into the suburbs, you have those big ranch style houses, big mansions like the Haunted Mansion. Those mansions have acres and acres and acres of land in the backcountry of Louisiana, and the acres and acres and acres of land and of land in Haunted Mansion's land um is Critter Country. So that's why I think it makes perfect thematic sense to me, but we'll see what they do with it. NorCal Coast or Jacob Lynch said that'd be cool if they put Emperor New Groove in Orlando, Princess Fog and Anaheim, and Alice in Wonderland in Tokyo. Well, I feel like if they did something in Orlando, it would it would be Western themed. I think for Orlando, they should put the Western River Expedition, which was a concept they originally wanted to do in Orlando, but it got changed after people like wanted Pirates of the Caribbean and they wanted stuff from Disneyland over in Disney World. So never got to do the Western River Expedition. But I feel like and a flume ride was part of like a larger flume ride, larger than Splash Mountain, was part of the concept art for Western River Expedition. So I feel like they should just put that in there. It's not an IP, and that's daring, terrible to not do an IP. But so then they can do Western River Expedition, but just put a Western IP in there. I don't know. I'm trying to think of some Western Disney. I mean, like I mean, I said they can theme it to like Jesse from Toy Story and was it oh my god the names say I can't I forgot all the Mario characters say and now I'm forgetting the Bullseye, there we go. Bullseye and Jesse and Woody from Toy Story. Obviously, they can do something better than that. But or maybe that would be cool. You have the Western River Expedition, but then kind of like it's a small world. You have different IPs, different sections. So with different Western IPs in the Western Expedition, so we put like Brother Bear in one of them. Although is that can kind of that can that can kind of that kind of could put Brother Bear could fit. I was thinking that'd definitely be more with Grizzly River Run, but you can put Brother Bear in there. Um, Woody, Jesse, and Bullseye, another section. Um, and even some of the characters from Splash Mountain, right? The characters themselves aren't racist. You can literally put Briar Rabbit and Briar Bear in there and have their own little storyline. And even you can just kick out the other two ideas and just put all the characters in Splash Mountain and just call them different names. Call them, give them names. You don't have to call them Briar Bear or Briar this or Briar that. Use the same animatronics. Call them different names. Um, and that would basically just be keeping Splash Mountain just having a totally different storyline, I guess, would be cool with me, and just make it a Western because Frontierland. Um, but yeah, so also yeah, Tokyo's is not going to change because one, the Oriental Land Company said it wouldn't change, and two, Tokyo's not stupid. Just kidding. Not saying these parts are stupid, but yeah, Tokyo's not going to change. NorCal Coastal Media says I wish they could keep all the old animatronics Splash Man, just add it to change the props so that it's like for instance the prop. Well, I think they're keeping most of them. Those are my notes. I think they're keeping most of the animatronics. Um, just adding like a Tiana new one, but I think most of them will probably be reprogrammed. Anyway, so that'll be good. Uh, yeah, Western River Expedition is definitely the way to go for that attraction. But yeah, we definitely got on a Splash Mountain tangent. And there's something in my nose. But yeah, so that's it. That was just definitely wanted to bring up a little rumor update. And man, I hope this stuff comes to fruition. This might still be exciting in 2022 because it seemed like they're focusing more on Disney Plus, not the theme parks. So I'm glad they have plans to spend more than they did pre-pandemic on the theme parks, especially on those specific projects, because I'd like to see them come to fruition. Because especially Avengers Campus, they really, really need it. It'll be a big boom in California Adventure. Um, and I wonder if they're gonna give us that Tomorrowland entrance that we never got. Interesting. Or, they're thinking of spending $850 million on the Hollywoodland backlot. Hopefully, some version of that can come as well as spending's higher. I mean, the attendance levels are rising. Um, this year, guest spending was up 30%, 30% more than 2019. Right? So, if guest spending is up 30% more than 2019, that means Disney's making more money. They're making more money than they did in 2019. Right? Uh, so they can give us Tomorrowland. The things that they're working on for, they can still give us. Give us Tomorrowland, the Hollywoodland backlot. Again, DCA's vice president said that there's an $850 million budget for that. We should get the full budget for that because again, guest spending is higher, so it's not like they're losing any money anymore. So we can get that. But at least the Tomorrowland entrance, you know, like little because it looks kind of awkward because you still have the box there. You have the lovely green area, then you have the box from that houses the sound equipment for Astro Orbiter. So it just kind of looks kind of awkward. So please give us that symmetrical entrance. That can't cost too much, and it probably won't take that long to build. It could probably if they start in January, it could be done by summer. Maybe they will. Maybe during refurb season, they won't give us that Tomorrowland area. We'll see. Um, yeah, I know. No, it kind of goes to me. It is pretty easy to forget about Tomorrowland because it's kind of a small project and so much happening. I mean, daily with the Disney company, there's so much happening that it's hard to remember everything. So I completely understand that. Yep, probably a lot of people forgot about the Tomorrowland entrance we're supposed to get. They're probably focused on the bigger picture of Tomorrowland. They probably forgot we're supposed to get an entrance that Disney gave us a concept art for. Jacob Lim says Tokyo Splash Mountain ever to change out to Tomorrowland would be perfect. Uh, Splash Mountain fan sim, I think awesome. Maybe I am I am having a hard time imagining Alice in Wonderland in Splash Mountain. Again, I feel like maybe a Brother Bear would work out, but it is next to Fantasyland, so we'll see. Then Alex, the historian, talked about Tomorrowland in one of his live streams. Mentioned how an e-ticket might replace Launch Bay. I hope it does. Two e-tickets next to each other, Space Mountain and something useful in Launch Bay would be awesome. Let's not take away the subs, but keep the lagoon because it looks beautiful. And now we're talking. Now we're talking. Take away those people mover tracks, and we had. That's some good stuff. Uh, I hope this stuff does happen. And I hope it happens soon. All right, guys, we're at the 42-minute mark. I'll stay on until the 45-minute mark. If you have any theme park questions or any theme park, not just this topic, but any theme park, next 3 minutes, ask away. Ask away. Christmas is coming up. Any questions about Christmas? Like Christmas at Universal, Christmas at Disneyland, Merry Farm, SeaWorld, Holiday in the Park? Ask away. Need dates, tickets, um, yeah, anything you want to know about. Uh, give me 2.5, 3 minutes to ask. Any theme park question you may have. Or it could be, any type of wish list. For example, do you wish a Giga would come to Knott's Berry Farm? If so, what type of Giga? B&M Giga, Intamin Giga, Mock Giga? Six Flags Magic Mountain has a big coaster room for 2024. Do you wish a Giga would replace Viper? I sure do, because Viper is not very well maintained. So if Six Flags is want to put money into it, they should just take it away and put a beautiful, big, beautiful Giga on that big pot of land right there. Um, Let me know. Time for a couple more minutes, and it looks like we lost our viewers. Let's see. And we're losing our Wi-Fi. Is that what's happening? That's terrible. What do you think will be announced tomorrow on Disney Plus Day? Ooh, that's a question. What do I think? Um, um, what do I think will be announced tomorrow on Disney Plus Day? I hope we get an official day for like Obi-Wan, the show Obi-Wan. I'm excited for that show. I hope we get. I mean, honestly, I really want a Spider-Man No Way Home trailer, but I didn't let Sony, and it has nothing to do with Disney Plus. And I know it's not even ready yet, but I know I heard the theaters have received the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer. That'd be nice if she got the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer. That's all I really want. But what else? Maybe some updates in Doctor Strange too. I know she got pushed back, but I don't know. What do I want? What? Sorry. What do I think will be announced? Not what do I want. What do God, it's kind of hard to tell. It's really hard to tell. It will be announced on Disney Plus Day. Um, God, I don't even know. Probably season. I mean, oh, I hope we get something about the Percy Jackson series. I'm excited for that one. I know, whereas it's funny. It's funny. A lot of stuff leaks or is announced like a day before because we had a lot of stuff today. How I Met Your Father on Hulu showed you of their whole set. Pinocchio's coming next year. Maybe we'll get something on the other Peter Pan and Wendy. That's supposed to come to Disney Plus. Maybe we'll get an update on that. But we got the Obi-Wan steals today. Uh, so I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that came out today that I don't know what is there to announce tomorrow. There's a lot of stuff. Um, Disney in the U.S. lost 2.1 million subscribers, and investors don't like the lack of content on there. So hopefully Disney Plus has a lot to announce for that service. But what do you think will be announced? What do you want? Here's the question: what do you guys want to be announced on Disney Plus tomorrow? What will be your dream wish list? Like, hopefully, Mandalorian 3 updates. The Book of Boba Fett, that's coming already. Um, let's see. I don't know. I don't know what will be announced on what could be, what will be announced on Disney Plus Day. It's curious. I know I guess it starts at 9 a.m., so we'll find out kind of soon. 20 or like 12 hours from now. I'm tired. Question. I just hope it's good and not like lame. Yeah. I'm definitely excited more so for Destination D though for announcements for the parks and stuff because yeah, Disney Plus the big ticket items are still a ways out from like appearing. Uh, but yeah, but I'll stay on for like the 50-minute mark. That's 2.5 minutes for more questions. Any more questions regarding anything Disney, Universal, theme parks, non-theme parks, streaming services? Throw them all at me. New ride rumors, new coaster rumors. Yeah, if you guys know any new ride or coaster rumors that I don't know, share them with the group. Share them with the group. We always love to know new rumors, new coaster, new ride rumors. Those are really awesome. And again, anyone else can answer too. What do you guys think or want to be announced on Disney Plus Day tomorrow? Wait another minute or so for any questions you may have. Also, anyone attending Disney's Merriest Nights? Obviously not tonight, but like another night. I'm very curious to see how that event will be going. Five Fires is live from Disney's Merriest Nights right now. That's nice. Alrighty. So we have no more questions. It looks like. Looks like. So if you guys like this video, please press that thumbs up. And thanks us for watching and for conversing. Look at this. It only went 15 minutes because you guys were talking. So thank you so much for sharing your comments, voicing your opinions. It's always nice when we have lots of comments on the live streams. Keeps them around for longer. And I love interacting with all of you. So yeah, let me know. I'll be back with another live stream next week, most likely. So subscribe for more theme park updates. I'll be back at Six Flags hopefully next week. My Universal update went out today, and it was filmed today, so it's like super crisp and recent. And I'll be in Vegas this weekend. I won't be filming anything, but that's where I'll be. I'll be at Disney on a week from Saturday for the holidays, so definitely super exciting stuff. Thank you guys for watching. As always, have a fantastic day.